The Ta Prohm temple, they say. Everything's a temple. I guess this is one of the famous places from the Tomb Raider movie. And they did some filming in here.
India Cambodia project.
I know they call it a temple, but it just looks like a pretty big house here with a nice yard, nice gated area. So this is Ta Prohm, and there's all this interesting work here. So this is an inner corner. Now look at this. I'm going to go down. And look at that. Now, contrary to what a lot of people might say, I'm told that these trees like this grow in here in 20 or 30 years. So some people have said it proves that this place hasn't been inhabited for hundreds of years, but actually these trees overgrow into the stone very quickly. And there was monks here at one time that used to maintain the places, that cleaned all the vines out and made sure that didn't happen, but they were chased out of here many decades ago, and subsequently this is what's happened. That's what some of the locals told me. Anecdotal, I suppose, but it is historical knowledge that's valid. So in Ta Prohm, in this area here, there's a lot of overgrowth, and this tree that's behind me right here is a sponge tree. It's very typical in Southeast Asia. It's growing out of the wall here. So the story is that it's 300 to 400 years old. Some of the locals told me that no, these actually can do this in decades. If these places aren't maintained and not kept clean, then, you know, the small roots can grow out of just about anywhere. And that this was a decades-long operation that this thing has grown here. So that's a local knowledge thing. It defies what some of the belief is, that it's 300 to 400 years old. Maybe it is. I guess you would have to do a tree ring study on it to determine the seasonality to be clear on it. It doesn't look like anybody's done that. You would have to cut a piece out of the trunk, and that isn't going to happen, is it? So one guy said 70 or 80 years, he figured, actually. Not 400. And so, I don't know, it's interesting. Some of the local knowledge and information in here is not lining up with the narratives that are published by whoever. Just like the dinosaur. So, it's difficult to understand how a place that's supposedly 1,000 years old somehow has a picture carving. So if you look behind me over my shoulder, you're to see a Stegosaurus, which is a Jurassic period dinosaur reportedly extinct for 50 million years. But somehow on the wall in here, a carving in a place that's supposed to be 1,000 years old. I'm not sure how that lines up